Okay, I got that. I got those two pistons to come down, and let me show you how I did it. I'm in Georgia, and it's actually like over 100 outside. I'm doing this in the shade in my garage with half the bike in the sunlight, and I'm still hot and sweating, and all I'm doing is just sitting here. But you take the old pads and you pop those suckers back in there. Like so. And you know, before I could only get them in, like, the pistons were out like that far. So what you do is you take these two, you take the old brake pads and you position them like so against the pistons here on the right hand side. What I did at first was you just take the flat blade screwdriver, put it in here, and then go to the right so that the width of the blade is right there, which you can do that to push both of those pistons back in. And then you get to the point where, hey, my screwdriver isn't wide enough to do anymore. So what I did was I just took a wrench and I laid it in here on the left hand side like so, and then I used that against the pad, and that gave me more room, so I was able to get both those out. It took me about 5 minutes to get them both pushed back in, but had I known about this little trick beforehand, I would have been able to do it a little quicker. So we can actually we have no more use for these old brake pads. They served their purpose well, got me to stop many times, and they're making way for the new pads. But anyway, so the new pads go in like so. And as you can see, we have a lot more room. That's more than enough room there for the disc, which is this guy right there. Okay. So what you have to do now is the really big guys that we just took out a little bit ago, these ones, the ones with the Allen wrench, they're going to get pushed back in through, and you have to push down on the pads because they're sitting on two springs. There's like two separate spring beds that the pads sit on in here. And I know you really can't see it too well there, but trust me, they're right there. And so these just sit on them, and if I show you here, this is actually on a spring. So you can just kind of like set it down in there like so. It's actually pushed in right now and it's staying, which is kind of neat. I don't think it's supposed to do that. Okay, let me put the spring. It was getting crooked, I guess, all the work I was doing in there. Okay, now it's in there flat. And now we can work on putting the pads back in. Alright, go flat here. This stuff's a real pain in the butt when you do it the first time, just because you don't know what to expect other than what you've read. And then when you get out to actually doing it, it's like, huh? Nobody told me about this. So, this is one of the reasons why I like doing these little videos, because even though you can find literature or climber's manuals or stuff like that, there's only so much you can get from reading something. And the rest you have to do it yourself. Get in there with your hands, get dirty, and just do it. Okay. So I should be able to work on getting the stuff in there now. Let me just make sure these line up so I'm not trying to do something with the little bolt thing. Okay. Let me go ahead and... Okay, pretty much lined up for the most part. I'll just check my literature here again. Push the brake pads against the pad spring, then install the pad pins. And this is the pad pin, the Allen wrench dude that you pulled out. So we're going to put it back in here. We got two of them. Sorry if my hand's in the way. I don't have my tripod right now. I don't know where it's at. So those are the pad pins. So let's go ahead and get those in here. And we just want to make sure that we do this right here. So I'm actually going to take this one out for right now and just do one at a time. Because there we can see the pad pins poking through a little bit. Push down so it goes against the spring. And we're going to check and see if I can see through the hole. I wish the spring bed did not keep moving up on me. That's really annoying. Stay put. Okay. Where's my pad pin? Okay, apparently I might have to have both of these in there and push down, so I'm actually going to stop this momentarily.